So in the previous video, I talked about the conscience, that how conscience has a lot to do with one's awareness-based intelligence, and conscience is a faculty which has a natural ability to tell you what is right and what is wrong, what is real and what is unreal, what is truth and what is an illusion. And this conscience is available to each one of us naturally. So in this video I'm going to talk about how you can cultivate a relationship with conscience so that it becomes functional. Now, very often we use the expression that this person is not having any conscience. The inner being or the inner voice of this person is dead long ago. However, it requires a rephrasing. Conscience is available to everyone. It is present in each one of us. But when you don't follow the voice of conscience, or when you do something against the direction of the conscience, then this voice of conscience become dysfunctional. And therefore it would not be right to say that this person is not having conscience. No, the real actual rephrased statement should be, this person is having conscience but it has become dysfunctional. And it occurs over the period of time when the person does not follow the voice of conscience or goes against it. So now we will discuss about how to again restore the relation with the conscience, how to make this voice of conscience again active so that it guides us moment to moment in every situation of our life. The first thing that you can do is have some solitude time. Now, solitude is something which very few people are used to. Many people, when they sit by their own self in silence, they become uncomfortable. However, it is also a part of moving forward. The resistance, the inner resistance that you feel when you sit in silence and you just want to get out and again get into the world of noise and avoid silence, and this urge, right, to avoid silence is a part of your internal resistance. And you have to roll with it, you have to move through it, and you have to, cross that barrier that is not allowing you to spend time with yourself or sit in silence. So you have to work with it, you have to go through it, and you have to pass through it. And then eventually you will find that silence and solitude holds infinite treasures. And it is really very, very important to cultivate the relationship with the conscience. Without silence and without solitude, without really spending time with your own self, you can't connect with the voice of conscience. So silence is really very important to cultivate the relationship again with the voice of conscience. Second thing that you can do to cultivate the voice of conscience is that before acting on any situation, just pause for a moment if it is permitted. Okay? And that can happen only when you live in the present moment, right? Most of the time our minds are entangled in the memories of the past, or about the concerns of the future. Our minds are not really trained to live in the present moment. So when you live in the present moment, your awareness really expands and your perception becomes very clear. And through that clear perception, you can sense that what exactly is happening right here, right now, and what should I do, what the voice of conscience is saying to me, right? All that can happen really within 1 second if you cultivate the practice of living in the present moment. No, one moment, present moment remains for how much time? 1 second. But if you are really totally present in the present moment and your mind is not entangled in the past or the future, you are totally in the present and you are having very clear perception of the reality that is happening, you can really expand that 1 second, so that you can take a pause and you can listen to the voice of conscience, what it has to say, so that you can follow it. So the second requirement is to live in the present moment, and before acting or reacting, to step back and take a pause and ask your inner conscience what it has to say, and then mustering courage to follow it. Because as I said, the more you would follow the voice of conscience, the more it will become activated and it will guide you moment to moment and situation to situation. Now I said mustering courage, right? Because following the voice of conscience really requires courage. As I said in my previous video, many times the voice of morality is in contrast with the voice of conscience, and when you follow the voice of conscience, very often you pay a price in terms of material world, as you disappoint people because you don't follow them or their morality, and you follow your own voice of conscience, and those disappointed people, they make you pay. So that is why I use the word mustering courage. This is the real courage, to follow the voice of conscience even if it carries a heavy price. So mustering courage is really very important in order to follow the voice of conscience. Then, in order to connect with the conscience, the other thing that is required is connection with Mother Nature. So, how can you connect with the Mother Nature? Going for a solitary walk in the garden, or taking a walk right on the beach, or going to the mountains or forest for retreat for some days. Or if you are living in the city, you can go to the garden, you can touch the plants, feel the texture of the leaves, walk barefoot on the ground, feel that blade of grass touching your feet, feel the sand, the soil that is touching your feet. I mean, these things, they ground you. Watch the sky, the enormous majesty of the vast sky. Watch the moon, watch the stars, the cool breeze of wind passing, touch through your body, touching your skin. These kind of things, when you connect to the nature grounds you, and you can feel a connection with your roots. So grounding and connection to your roots through the help of Mother Nature is really very good practice in order to re-establish the relationship with your inner conscience. So connecting with the Mother Nature is really a good thing to cultivate the relation with the voice of conscience. Another thing that you can do is meditation. So, by meditation, what do I mean? I do not mean concentration based exercises, and also I do not mean the mantra based practices, with all due respect to these two kind of practices. But by meditation, what I mean is basically not doing anything. Sit down in a comfortable position or lie down in a comfortable position in comfortable dress. Make sure that you are not too hungry or too full. You are not thirsty or not too full with water. And just lie down and relax your body, relax your mind. Don't do anything, so it will get automatically relaxed. Of course, you will feel that resistance, that urge to do something, because all of our life and daily we are just working and working. So that momentum remains even when you start to meditate. For the initial few minutes it remains, but you have to let it be, and after that it automatically passes and your deeper awareness come into being. And the entire world goes aside, all the teaching of the world and all the people and your job and career and studies and people and world and worldly affairs, everything uh, goes aside, and it's just your awareness and that silence. So through meditation, I mean this type of meditation, awareness based meditation. And even if some thoughts or some feelings would come to the surface from your subconscious as it occurs in meditation, you don't identify with that. They are like clouds, they come and they go, but your awareness remains intact always, even without effort, because it is very natural and your spontaneous nature to be aware. So it is not a product of effort or will. So by meditation I mean this, and therefore this really helps you to connect to the voice of conscience, because when the world is far away from you, when the worldly things are not going on inside your mind, when you are not occupied with the world or the worldly things or worldly affairs and your job and relationships and all those things, when they are gone far off in your deeper meditation, then in that silence, in that awareness, your conscience starts displaying it, and it starts answering, right? And when I'm speaking this, I'm speaking my experience. Perhaps you might not be able to grasp it, but if you would experience it, that experience itself will speak volume, that your inner conscience does come to the surface, and it answers your question if there are any. It guides you, it clears your path, it really tells you what you really want to do in your life. And so it's a kind of and connecting with your true self, which very often gets lost in the chaos of the world and the chattering of the mind that occurs by living in this chaotic world. And we inject so much of garbage from this world inside our head that all that noise really kind of separates us or disconnects us with our real voice or the voice of conscience. So meditation is a nice practice when all this external world and the clutter and all that which has gone inside, all that goes away automatically, and there remains a deeper silence, and in that you connect with your voice of conscience. So meditation is really a nice thing to connect to the voice of conscience. So these are certain practices through which you can again repair your relationship with the conscience. And one thing that is really related to this entire process is listening to your body and to your mind. Your body has its own intelligence and our mind has its own intelligence. If your body is really tired, then you have to rest. Now you might say that we have a job and we have, this and that, but find out some way, figure out some way. If you really, prioritize your body and your mind and your physical and mental health, if you really genuinely prioritize it, you will figure out some way so that this can also be respected along with your job. But very often I see people and my patients, their topmost priority is their job and career and their academics, and physical and mental health is at the last. Now, by this way, by this priority entirely upside down, you really cannot connect with the voice of conscience, which is really you, your voice. Because a healthy body and a healthy mind, a relaxed body, a relaxed mind, a body of harmony, and mind which is stable, peaceful, without any confusion and clutter is really very important in order to reach to the voice of conscience. If your body is unhealthy, if your mind is too cluttered, if your body is tired, then your entire attention would be on your bodily pains and sufferings and your mental sufferings. Then the attention cannot go inward to reach to the voice of conscience. It will only be outward. By outward I mean mind and body also, because compared to the awareness, your mind is superficial to that and your body is again superficial to that, and the external world is the ultimate superficial. Deepest of deep is your voice of conscience. If your attention is on your mind, on your body, or preoccupation with your job and your career all the time, this attention cannot go inward to reach to the voice of conscience. So therefore, what I am insisting is respect your body and respect your mind. If it needs rest, relaxation, a good massage, then you have to attend those needs. You have to do it. You have to give what it really wants for rest. And make sure that your body is healthy and restful, your mind is healthy and restful. And your body has intelligence. Now this idea of 3 meals a day, right, is okay, but if it aligns with your bodily intelligence. But if you are already full in the afternoon and your lifestyle is sedentary and you don't feel like eating, but still you eat simply because somebody has said that you have to eat 3 meals a day, then this is again violating the intelligence of your body. I hope you are trying to understand. So the intelligence of body automatically tells you that when you are hungry, only then you have to eat. When you are not hungry, you do not have to unnecessarily feed it. Okay, same goes with the sleep. We try to sleep when we are not feeling sleepy, and when we are feeling sleepy, we are busy with something else. So this is again not in correspondence with the intelligence of body. So give your best. I mean, I know that we live in this world where giving complete importance, following your bodily demands completely is not practical, but you do your best. Okay, you are doing a job from 9 to 5, okay, and you are feeling sleepy at 2 o'clock, but your job does not permit you to sleep. That is, in that case, it is excused, okay, fine. But in the night, right after 9 o'clock, when you have had your meal, and at that time when it's time to rest, it's time to give rest to your body, at that time if you are scrolling some social media, now this is really unjustified and unnecessary. So I mean that when it's totally not allowed, then it's a different thing, but when it's really allowed and you can follow the intelligence of your body, the demand of the need of your body, then you have to attend it, right? So at that time, don't unnecessarily torture your body, okay? So what I mean is, the more you follow the need of the body and the mind, the more you are aligned with that, the more you allow them the rest and the harmony that your body and the mind needs, the better your way would be to connect with your conscience, because the burden of the body and mind will be decreased. Okay, then it will be very spontaneous and easy and organic to connect to the voice of conscience. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say, that you can't excuse your body and mind and take them for granted and destroy them. No, I don't think destroying the intelligence of body will anyway help you in your spiritual journey or in connecting with the voice of your conscience. Extreme fasting, I have seen people having very strange kind of obsession with fasting. They destroy their body completely by excessive fasting. Yes, fasting for 24 hours or 36 hours or certain period of time is okay, because it kind of rejuvenates your body and you fresh. But over fasting or overeating, or completely abstaining yourself from sexual activity and excessive preoccupation with celibacy, and all those things will burn you out, I tell you. Destroying your body or not following the bodily demands, bodily needs, and being very harsh with your body and with your mind will burn you out completely in the process. And then there is no question of getting connected with the voice of conscience. Then you will be full of anger and frustration and hatred and jealousy and disappointment. So in a nutshell, what I want to say is, respect your body, respect your mind, respect your bodily needs, genuine needs, your mental rest, mental peace, and arrange your lifestyle, arrange your job, career in such a way that it is in alignment with your natural intelligence of body and mind. Okay, then it would be very easy for you to connect with the voice of conscience. So that is all I want to discuss. There could be many other ways also for connecting with the voice of conscience, but I could remember only this much as of now. And if you have any further suggestions to this, then please tell me in the comment section. Thank you.